Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live Life Fully, the show. I'm your host, Sabrina Cadini. I'm a holistic life coach specializing in brain wellness and also the creator of the life work balance system for busy professionals. If you are one of them, I'm so glad you are here. So, as you probably know, I have a book out called Live Life Fully, and it's now available for pre-order, and I will tell you more in a little while. I know you will love this book, and I can't wait for you to read it. Today I have a fabulous guest, as you probably saw on the cover, Tim Sohn of Sohn Social Media Solutions, and I can't wait to talk with him. He's one of my supporters, and I'm very excited to have him on the show. But first, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the book. And if you've been following me on social media for a while, you saw that I post key points of the book. So, what you can expect from the book when you pre order it, and also different types of audiences. So, is the book for you? I think so. I hope so. I really do. And today, I wanted to talk about key point number 5, which is stress less. And this is one of the points that you will be able to read about in the book. So, identify the warning signs, discover your triggers at home, at work, and with technology, and shift your perspective. I'm sure, I can go on and on and on talking about stress all the time because all of us are stressed in our modern society, and it's a huge, huge problem. Let me see who is here, if there's anybody joining the conversation. If you are here with us live, please type in the comment box who you are, where you're joining from. I see Tim, excited for this conversation. And so we can chat with you guys at home, at work, wherever you are, in your car. Hopefully, you're not driving and watching. I really hope so. So it's safer for everyone. But yeah, talking about stress is something that we all experience in our life, and it's often part of our everyday routine, right? When we try to fit everything between work, family, deadlines, our online presence, because yes, we love to chat and to look at our notifications and to engage on social media, our social life with connections, friends, family, time for ourselves. Oh my goodness, overwhelm comes and we get stressed. Too much to do, not enough time. And I'm sure you agree with me. So you have to keep in mind in one thing though. Stress is not bad. It's how we react to it that can harm us. And do you know that stress can change your gene expression, cause brain damage, shut down our immune system, and increase inflammation? It's crazy. A lot of people don't realize that. So don't let stress ruin your life just because of the wrong lifestyle or negative patterns or negative beliefs. You should start saying no to stress today, starting today. No to worry, no to anxiety. So that way you can create a happier future for yourself and for those around you. So, in Live Life Fully, my new book, you will learn what does to your body and to your brain, and you will learn how to upgrade yourself by regaining control of your life. I will also explain differences between stress, burnout, anxiety. A lot of people, again, don't really know the difference between the three. I gather a list of warning signs from years of coaching busy professionals that you will probably recognize in your day-to-day activities. And you might not even notice that those symptoms because you simply feel they are a normal part of your everyday life. But your body and brain are clearly trying to tell you something. And once you're able to recognize the signs of stress in your body and your brain, Live Life Fully will help you identify your triggers, be conscious of your biological reaction, which is frequently referred to as the fight or flight response. I'm sure you know about that. Shift your mindset and implement solutions and techniques that will rewire your brain with neuroplasticity and establish new habits that will bring you back energy, purpose, joy to your life for sustained results in business. So, if you would like to know more about the book, you can go to subcad.link /book order, and you can order one or more copies, and I will tell you more in a few minutes. But now I am so excited. See, I am clapping my hands because I am so excited to welcome my wonderful guest today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tin Sohn, founder of Sohn Social Media Solutions today. Yay!
Hi, Sabrina. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my goodness, such an honor. Yeah. So we met through social media, right? Probably Facebook or I don't know,
Yes.
Instagram. I don't really remember. Probably through Team Fuse of Fusion Marketing. And
Yeah, Jim.
yeah, and we met in person at Social Media Marketing World last year, right?
Yes,
It was
finally.
amazing. I know. Yeah, such a small world. Yeah, and so yeah, we're all connected through an amazing group of people on social media. See the power of social media, which keeps us all connected, no matter where we live. We don't live in the same city, we don't live in the same state, but still, we can talk to each other. I love that.
Yeah, so true. Yes.
Yeah. So a little bit about Tim, and then we'll find out more about his awesomeness. So Tim is dad to Megan and Caitlin. They're 8 and 5 respectively, and husband to Joy, who brings him much joy. I love
But
that. Right? And he was also a stay-at-home dad for 6 years. Tim started Sohn Social Media Solutions 7 years ago, and now he focuses on remote live producing shows for others. And he recently helped produce the largest teacher conference in the world. I want to know more about that, as well
Yes.
as empowering businesses, nonprofit, and event folks to launch their own shows through the Survive with Live Video Bootcamp program. This is so timely with the fact that we all have to stay home. And then Tim, you probably know that he launched the Tim and Jim show with Jim Fuse of Fusion Marketing almost 2 years ago. And he's the co-host of the Family First show. You are quite a busy man, Tim, right?
Yes, very busy, especially during these last few months.
I bet, absolutely. Hello, David from Facebook. So we have one viewer here. Hello, hello. So nice to
Yes. Hi,
see
David.
you. Yes, thank you so much for joining. So tell us about the family life, how you're dealing with family and trying to also integrate work. Staying home, you have a beautiful family, and they're also home, like homeschooling and everything else. I mean, how
Yes.
do you survive at the end of the day, right?
Yes, that's a very good question. That's what we're attempting to do.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, especially these last few months. I was telling you before that my wife is also a teacher, and we have an 8-year-old daughter, Megan, who is learning from home. She's in 3rd grade. We have Caitlin, who is 5 years old, so she's home also. She's normally in daycare. My wife is a teacher, and I work from home already. So, in terms of how everything comes together, through some sort of miracle every day, it comes together. I think one of the keys is having communication with your spouse. No 2 days are the same. So communication, and then just figuring out day by day, I think, is doing the best we can during these times. One thing that I will say that has been really nice about all of this is that Megan, especially Megan, has gotten to see what I actually do for a living. So I was telling you before, Sabrina, that I've been running this. It's a 2-month live streaming boot camp called Survive with Live Video Boot Camp, and so I go live. I was going live during the first round of the program every day in the group and in the Facebook group. And so Megan would come down here and she would make some brief appearances in the office hours. And she's even done that. I also help out Brian Schulman of Voice Your Vibe. He does shows What's Good Wednesday and Shout Out Saturday. And so she even comes in sometimes, and we do on that show what's called some social dancing. And so she would sometimes come in, and it would be pretty hilarious. So yeah, so just taking it day by day, and but definitely nice to be able to have your kids actually see what you do, because they're not at school, they're not at gymnastics, they're not at dance. It's just nice to spend more time with your family.
So true, absolutely. I love the day by day, but I also love the way that you help them see what you are doing, and so they can connect with you more and they can get new perspectives about, work life balance and,
Yes.
different. I mean, they can see what their father does, like hands on, and I love that. Yeah. Does she love live
Definitely.
video, live streaming? Does she enjoy being live with people and everything? Or
It's funny because she doesn't like it. She has to go on Zoom calls for school, and she does not like being on Zoom calls at all. And even she used to do dance class, and they've offered Zoom dance classes, and she will not do that. She does not like seeing herself on video. But sometimes she'll come in here and she'll go on live with me, and she's okay with that, and she's really hilarious too.
probably because it's not school or it's not something that she has to do, but it's like fun. And
Exactly.
and I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's so awesome. That's wonderful. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're still able to survive despite, all this coronavirus situation. And behind the scenes, we were talking how you became very creative about your business and you found ways to still continue your business in a successful way. Would you like to share that? And if the program
Sure.
is still available, is it on your website? So maybe I can put a link to the website or.
So I actually just started the second round of the program. So the next round isn't uh, available for signups quite yet, but if you guys want to stay tuned to my website and my social media, I'll be sure to update you on the next round, because I'm sure I'll do another round.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So do you want to talk about this second one? What, people can expect?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So how the Survive with Live video bootcamp works is it's for people, really anyone who wants to launch their own consistent live show. So whether you want to do that on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube or Twitch or wherever you want to do it. And live video is such an amazing way to interact with people, whether you want to build a relationship with people who could become your customers down the road, who are already your customers. Maybe you have an event that is normally in real life, but you want to take it virtual. There's so many ways you can use live video now, but how the Survive with Live Video program works is it's an 8-week a group coaching program, and we've had people in the program from all around the world, from Canada to South Africa to India, and all over the United States. And so what's included is you get a weekly, during the first 4 weeks, you get a recorded video on a certain topic. So the first topic would be getting confident on camera. Then the next week we focus on tech and topics that you would actually talk about during your lives. Some other things we talk about are how to promote your live show, right? You want people to actually show up for your show. So how are you going to get people on your live show? As well as during 1 week, we focus just on StreamYard, this amazing tool that we're using here for Sabrina's show, and how to make your show more professional with StreamYard. And then during the second 4 weeks, we actually focus on getting everybody's shows actually launched within those 8 weeks of the program. So I guess you could kind of call it like a live show incubator. Everybody's in a community together. We're practicing going live in a Facebook group the first 4 weeks. And then during the second 4, we branch out into our own social networks and launch our own shows, which is a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. Oh my goodness, you cover everything pretty much.
Pretty
That's
much.
wonderful. I would say very timely because again, with these challenging times, everybody's forced to stay at home, and I'm sure there has been, and well, not I'm sure we saw stats. There's been an increase in live video and use of video platforms a lot. So I think you'll have a lot of success with this. Is it open to a certain amount of participants or?
It really varies. The first round we had 25 participants.
Great.
The second round we have 6. So we'll just see how it goes. I like having a small number of people. Well, even when we had the larger number of people, we did a weekly calls, kind of like Zoom calls, but in small groups. So we had small groups of like 5 people, and in those weekly calls is really where people have a lot of aha moments in terms of developing their shows, and like that whole collaboration between people brainstorming is really a lot of fun and amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that helps a lot to, connect and really be able to engage with each other. That's awesome. Awesome
Yes.
idea. Good job. Yeah, I love that. So let me ask, I mean, since you are so busy with family, you're busy with your job and you have 2 live shows, which I mean, I'm in awe for that. I don't know how you can do that. It's a lot of work. I mean, preparing,
Yes.
being there for your family, being there for your business, being there for those shows where you have guests, so you have to prepare and everything else. Do you think is there anything in your life that is not aligned, or maybe anything that you
Yes.
miss in your life, something that you think, oh my goodness, I have to work on this a little bit more, maybe too much work, maybe not enough sleep, or diet is not optimal, maybe
Yes. Yes. Yes.
too many deadlines, right?
Yes.
Stress, we talked about stress a few minutes ago. I mean, what is something that you feel should be improved in your day-to-day routine?
Well, a number of things, but one thing, says the guy who runs the Family First show, is he should be spending more time with his family. uh, it's really been a challenge the last few months. I'm so grateful for the Survive with Live video program and the amazing community of people that are in it. But it takes a lot of time working with 25 people, and now another 6 people. So figuring out like a schedule, and like time blocking or something, to because oftentimes I'll end up working on the weekends, sometimes 7 days a week, not the entire day, but I need to get better definitely at just like scheduling time, like this is family time or this is me time or that kind of thing, because um, I definitely let business suck me in too much. And then the other thing I would say is health. Um, I had lost like 95 pounds in 2012. Uh, but ever since then, it's like the first few years, it was not that hard to keep it off. But as I get gradually older, it definitely is more of a challenge. And yeah, so I would say the second thing is just health. Um, I drink coffee every day, and we were talking before about uh, donuts. You guys will notice on my social media, oftentimes I post about donuts, not because I eat a lot of donuts, but I do go to Dunkin' Donuts and I get iced coffee, and sometimes I'll get something with it. Um, so I would definitely say finding more time for my family and health, and that's why I love this whole idea that Sabrina has of life work balance instead of work life balance. And I need to learn from Sabrina and her book.
Yay. Well, first of all, congrats on your weight loss. I didn't know this
Thank
journey.
you.
Oh my God, that's a lot. Yay.
Yes, but I've gained some of that back.
Yeah. Well, but still, I admire you. So congrats. Great job.
Thank you.
And yeah, and then who doesn't love donuts? And I know, yeah, we were talking about starting the show. I used to eat a lot of donuts and a lot of sweets, a lot of desserts in the past, but I realized that my body doesn't like sugar. And
Yeah.
so I found out that sugar has, is, I would say, one of our biggest offenders as far as diet goes, because it promotes glycation, which is cellular aging. It suppresses our immune system and it promotes inflammation. So I had to completely stay away from sugar. And it's funny because whenever I eat something sweet, the next morning I wake up with like symptoms of a cold, runny nose.
Really?
Yeah, so that's
Oh,
clearly a sign that my body is like, don't do that again to me. You know?
yeah.
So that's also how I help my clients, and they see a lot of benefits as they remove sugar from their diet. But I know staying away from donuts is almost impossible, right? It's too tempting.
Yeah. And also, since we're home so much, we've been doing a lot of
Mhm.
baking and not the sugar-free kind of baking.
Yeah, I know. The real one, right?
The real,
I
the
know.
real, like
Yeah,
cookies, brownies,
yeah,
those kind of things.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That our kids love, and we say, okay.
Of course, why not? Do you bake with them or do you let them do that? Yeah.
No, I bake with them, or my wife bakes with them. Yeah, they
That
like
is
to help.
nice. That is so nice. You know, baking or being in the kitchen as a family, I think it's one of the best things that you can do because it's great bonding, it's great engagement. You can talk about things, ask questions. And usually, when kids are engaged in an activity that they like, they're more willing to talk, especially introvert ones. I used to do that with my son. He's quite an introvert, and so I would engage with him like walking or doing something that he liked, and I would ask questions and I would get answers. you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, baking is so much fun because not only you do something fun, putting your hands, the flour and mixing and everything, but then you can eat the results, which is always awesome, right?
Yes, they always want to eat the chocolate chips before they go in the cookie dough, things like
Mhm.
that.
Of
Yes.
course. Love that. I love that. Yes. So let me ask you, what do you think the book will help you most with? You said I need to learn from Sabrina, and I thank you. I'm so, so, so honored.
Yes.
So the book is talking about eating better, sleeping more, moving daily, stressing less, loving yourself, which is all about self-care, and upgrading yourself, which talks about mindset, confidence, time management, your strengths to really optimize everything in your life and your business. What do you
Mhm.
think will be most beneficial to you?
I think definitely health and time management. I think those are my two biggest challenges.
Yeah, and I think it's something that our audience can agree with, right? Time management. I too struggle with time management because sometimes we say yes too many times and we don't have
Yes.
the time to do that, right? And so we find ourselves working late. And so I always have reminders on my phone like get up, take a break, and stop. That's it. Your day is done. I
Well,
have,
that's a good idea. I like that. Reminders on your phone.
yeah, my phone is constantly ringing for something or different things.
Yeah.
Taking breaks every hour for like 5-10 minutes, and then longer breaks every 3 or 4 hours. And then the day of work, like 5:30, 6, depending on how late I go with coaching sessions. But then that's it, and I try to stay away from my computer after dinner. I don't use it at all. So that's something
Yeah.
that I
Yeah, I
force.
try to do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it helps me a lot because it helps me get centered, and stay more focused on what I am and who I am as a person. Not only the work
Mhm.
aspect. So that's awesome. Wonderful. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about your business, something upcoming? We know about, the upcoming program. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience here?
Well, Sabrina is going to be on my Family First show
Yay!
on, I think it's June 25th.
The
Yeah,
25th, I think.
it's
Yes.
June 25th. So make sure to check that out on the Sohn, that's SOHN Social Media Solutions Facebook page, among other places. And I think that's really about it. The Tim and Jim show is every Wednesday at noon Eastern time. You can find that there as well. And like Sabrina was saying, I'm really focusing a lot on live streaming, helping others with live streaming, and also producing others' shows, which basically means I help them plan the show and then during the show, I'm the man behind the curtain. So basically, you just have to show up and talk, and I bring up like all the banners and all the comments and all that fun stuff, graphics, videos, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so that's really
And the
the
list goes
focus right now.
on, right? I know.
What's that?
And the list goes on, et cetera, et cetera, et
Yeah,
cetera.
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, there are so many things that people don't think about, especially at the beginning, right? And the list can go
Yes.
on. Prepare with this and do that, graphics and audio, video,
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
solutions.
everything from like just coming up with the idea for the show to if you have a guest to promoting the show and then doing the show, and then if you decide to repurpose clips from the show for shorter videos later. um yeah, it's definitely it can be there's a lot of steps to the process.
Yeah, it can become a full-time job, right?
Definitely.
You spend a
Yes.
lot of time, absolutely. And that's one of my questions that I had before we started the show. I was like, how can you do that with two shows and family and work?
Yes, good
Really?
question.
So good job. I mean, you're doing awesome, I would say. Yes. So I was putting here little banners with Team's website at socialmediasolutions.com, where you can connect with him, and also on Instagram and Twitter. I completely forgot Facebook, but I think it's the same. Is it
That's
social
okay. Yeah.
solutions? Yeah. Okay. So on Facebook and Instagram, Sohn Social Media Solutions, or on Twitter, Sohn Social Media. So easy, yeah, to remember. Well, that's
Yeah.
wonderful, Tim. Thank you so much for being with me today. It's been so great to chat with you.
Thank
Like,
you.
yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to be on your show in a few weeks. So we'll
Yes.
continue the conversation, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, and come back soon. It would
Yes.
be
Thank you
a
so much,
pleasure
Sabrina.
to have you. Wonderful. And as I mentioned earlier, my new book, Live Life Fully, is now available for pre-order through my crowdfunding campaign. And you can pre-order a copy or more if you'd like, if you think maybe family, friends, or co-workers, team members, colleagues might benefit from the book. And the more copies you order, the more bonuses you receive. And I will talk about bonuses next week, so you know more what to get to receive in return. And if this is not your type of book, I completely understand. That's totally fine. No hard feelings. We're still friends, of course. But any level of support will be appreciated. And just spreading the word about it will make a huge difference for me. So if you would like to pre order your copy or more, just go to sabcad.link/book order, and you will make me very happy. So thank you for joining, you guys. It's been great. Another episode of Live Life Fully. I will be back next Wednesday with another guest. Have a great weekend, and I will see you then. Bye, guys.